Hello, and welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat. I am Pastor Pat, the pastor of St. John's United Church of Christ in Weldon, Spring, Missouri. This is my weekly video blog on what I'm thinking on Thursdays. We're approaching Sunday morning worship. This coming Sunday is May 31st. It is Trinity Sunday, also this Sunday, and more new members will be joining on Sunday as well, too. That's always very exciting. Make sure also, if you were not aware, you can follow Thursday Thoughts with Pastor Pat now on Spotify as well, too. I'm hoping to get on Apple Podcast as well, too. I'll let you know when that happens. The text for Sunday is Matthew 28:16 through 20. This is the Great Commission. And the reason it's being used on Trinity Sunday is that part of the Great Commission is Jesus telling the disciples to baptize, go into all the nations and baptize in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, the Trinitarian formula, so to speak. And the Trinity is one of those doctrines that's always, we take it for granted sometimes, and when we really start thinking about how can God be one and yet three, it can be hard to wrap our minds around. So a lot of things have been used to try to explain the Trinity over the years. St. Patrick very famously used the clover, which had 3 leaves, but were all part of one plant. A youth group I used to lead way back when had a Trinity candle. It was one of those big wax candles that had 3 wicks in it. It was 3 candles, yet it was still one candle. Some people use water as an example of the Trinity because water can be a gas, liquid, and a solid, but it's still H2O. And all those are good examples, but they're all kind of imperfect in a way. Oop, someone will get it. But what I like to use to illustrate the Trinity, and I've done this before, so pardon me if this isn't new to you, but this is a picture of my family from about a number of years ago. And it's here's my dad and my mother. There's me and Karen and Alex, and then this is my sister and her husband. And how many families do you see? Well, if you said 1, you're correct. If you said 3 families, you're also correct. So it's just another example of how something can be 3 in 1. What I like especially about that illustration is that it uses the idea of a family. And I do think that that's what makes the Trinity so special. It's just one big dynamic relationship, one big dynamic family. And God calls us into that family. God calls us to be in relationships, in families, not just biological families, but covenant families and church families as well, too. And God calls us to call others into this big dynamic family. So there you have it, Trinity. We're going to be talking a bit about that coming up on Sunday, especially the idea of the Trinity being a family. And there's, a lot of things come in threes. Some things positive, some things negative. 3rd time's a charm, 3's a crowd. But what are your favorite things that come in 3s? Comment below. Make sure you like and follow. And I hope to see you on Sunday morning for worship, 10 a.m. in person or on Facebook Live as well. Until the next time I see you, take care and God bless. Bye-bye.